Yeah. Can Dak carry the Cowboys to an NFC title when the defense is struggling? And the answer is absolutely not. Absolutely not. I mean, what do you mean carry him? He's leading the league right now with about 1,700 yards passing, and they are dismal 1-3. And this comes down to Jerry, 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 Jerry. Not Jerry Seinfeld. No. Jerry Jones. Jerry Jones, man. He's a splash in the pan type of guy. One of my favorite owners. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan. He's one of my favorite people in the league. I mean, a lot of people want to go and dig into something about him, but he's the owner of my favorite team. And, really ironically, I like the Real Madrid and Dallas Cowboys and Miami Hurricanes, the Chicago Bulls and North Carolina Tar Heels and the Oakland A's. And maybe I'm a fan of the Seattle Storm now if you ask me about the WNBA. But point is, this is about Jerry Jones and, building that offense and trying to make a splash and be relevant and say, well, we got one of the best offenses in the league. But here's the kicker, right? Okay, so the Browns really had the best offense on paper, right? Except for they got Baker Mayfield. And so then you got to look at the Chiefs. The Chiefs really got the best offense. The best team on paper. If you look at, and the Browns, did I say offense or team? Well, team, we're talking about team. And so the Chiefs probably got the best team on paper if you look at from an offensive standpoint, right? And that's why the Patriots are so fascinating because Bill Belichick usually keeps two big physical corners and he's playing defense and he's a very defensive-minded guy. And so that's one thing. Mike McCarthy, he's questionable. At the end of that game, you mishandle some kick situations this year. Especially the one that went right in Atlanta. We all know about the onside kick, but we had plenty of time yesterday just to kick it down there and make them go the length of the field, and they didn't do that. And so that's one thing with the Browns. And then the Browns probably deserve the win when you can't cover Odell or Jarvis Landry and they chuck up 300 yards on the ground. But whatever. But this is about Jerry Jones, and Dak Prescott cannot carry this offense. Now, Mike McCarthy, if you're smart, you'll understand what Bill Belichick is doing. And there's a thing with Baker Mayfield, right? We saw him and we said, well, listen, we got to shape this game and don't let Baker Mayfield win it, but don't let him lose it. Rely and lean on your run game. And of course, we got two backs. We don't do that. You give him carries to CeeDee Lamb. You give him carries to, Ezekiel Elliott. He's not in the top 10. Or you got Ezekiel Elliott. He's not in the top 10 rushing. That's it. That's Mike McCarthy. But, this comes down to Jerry Jones. And no, they can't, because the Eagles will win this division, even though Doug Peterson. Now, we played the Giants this weekend. If you want to pick somebody, pick the Giants. I'm sure Dak Prescott will throw for 600 yards in a loss. So that's the nothing off the news wire there. Mike McCarthy won't run it again, and he'll ask Dak to just pick a receiver, 2 or 3, and just start slanging it around every play. And Dak Prescott, if you want to waiver, you want the wire, you want the hot take next week. Ezekiel Elliott has a big chunk play where he fumbles. Dak Prescott has a strip fumble recovery, and he throws an interception, 3 turnovers, in a wild shootout where they'll make Daniel Jones look like the second coming of Eli Manning, and they have nothing, and he'll put up 30 or 40 points because our safety in that back end is just not good. It's just not good. Can I say it's just not good, Jerry? Jerry, it's not good. It's not good. I'm done with Dallas. I don't know why we're still talking about him. The reason why we're talking about him is because the owner makes him relevant with all this nonsense about can Dak lead the way. I doubt it. I doubt it. You can't give up 300 yards. It's just not enough time to even let somebody get 300 yards on the ground. It's impossible. What are you doing? Mike McCarthy, run the ball. Run it. So it's on your watch, buddy. I think this is a disaster with Mike McCarthy. Should be fired at the end of this year. Give him a severance pay. Anyway, Best Podcast 2020. I'm on Instagram, man. Follow me there, man. I'll try to be better. We'll have some more social issues for you, man. Thank you a lot.